This is part 3B of an introduction to Internet marketing and how to make money online. This is an example of clearing my mind when I write a poem. I start with a phrase that has a nice rhythm or flow, and I write down phrases that come to my mind. Even though they seem to have nothing to do with what I've already written, I still write them down. This clears my mind so that I can continue and not dwell on what I thought I might not use. I may in fact use some of these phrases later in the poem, or even use them in another poem. When trying to think of a word that will rhyme with another word, I make a list. I go through the alphabet from A to Z. I write down every word that comes to my mind, even if I know for certain that I am not going to use it, even cuss words, just so that I am clearing my mind. Keep this in mind when we delve into each product category when trying to come up with a product. Let's take something simple like recipes for an example. Let's also break this category of recipes down a little bit further. First, write down all the types of recipes that you can think of, major recipes. If you have trouble, grab a cookbook for some ideas. Now let's use the category of desserts as one of our recipe categories. Now write down the different types of dessert recipes such as cakes, pies, jello, and pudding, etc. If your list is getting too long, then break it up into, say, hot, cold, and room temperature desserts. Break your trees down even further with the types of cakes, pies, jello, and puddings. You have chocolate, you've got vanilla, you've got spice, you've got raspberry, cherry, and banana. Just write all the different types of specific cakes, pies, jello, and puddings down. Those are your small trees. The idea here is to focus on specific foods, the trees, rather than the larger category of forest. Let's take one more example, camping. I think almost everyone has some knowledge of camping, and even if you've never been camping, you know what camping is. You watch TV, you've seen many movies. Since camping is the forest, and we need to see the trees, let's cut the forest up to look at some of the trees. First, we need to decide just how we're going to cut the forest up. Are we going to cut it up with breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or maybe eating, sleeping, daylight, nighttime, etc.? Make your own cuts the way you want. Continue to break up the categories down to get to smaller and smaller trees. And along your way, you're going to have flashes of things that would be nice to have, or maybe other things that could be improved upon. These flashes are possibly your new products, or the larger trees might be a product also for you to sell. Continue this with other large categories that you're familiar with in your daily activities of your life, such as your recreation. Everybody has some type of recreation. If after this you still can't come up with a product, well, there is still one thing left, and that's affiliate marketing. This is where you select the product that someone else has, and you promote that product just like it was yourself, your own. Then you get paid commissions when someone makes a purchase of that product. But we'll also go over this in more detail later. There's also one more type of product that I've mentioned before, and that's rebranding products. Remember, these are products that allow you to put your own name on the box. We'll also discuss these in more detail later. I hope that I again have captured your interest enough for you to watch part 4 of this series. Remember to always read the description of the video, as it'll give you a summary of the contents of the video and some other important information. Also take some notes. Take lots of notes. You can always pause the video so you can write everything down. And that's better than going through the video 2, 3, 4, 5 times until it's embedded in your brain. So just take lots of notes. And I'll do my best to put up the next video in the series as fast as I can produce it. And don't forget also to bookmark the page, and please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. And always, please remember, go for the gold.